within the context of scaling it so it can be better understood. Now, let's go over the story briefly of what happened or what Ultimate was all about. Within the renewal of the universe after its destruction, a group of heroes known as the Ultimates started working on a problem of cosmic scale that could endanger the universe. One of the first missions consisted of solving Galactus' hunger. Now, the Ultimates retrieved Galactus' incubator and forced the Devourer of worlds into it, so a new process of similar nature to the one that created Galactus could happen again. Said process was accelerated with neutronium. After a flash of light and the incubator destruction, Galactus emerged anew with a new purpose in life. He became a Lifebringer. The first planet that Galactus restored was Archaeopia, which had been the very first same victim of his hunger. When the Ultimates attempted to exit the Omniverse in order to access the damage time travel had caused to it, Galactus was tasked by Eternity to stop them. After interrupting the Ultimate's journey and sending them back to Earth, Galactus found himself outside the reach of the multiversal embodiment of Eternity and discovered the truth Eternity wanted to prevent the Ultimates from knowing, that it was in chains. Now tasked with the duty to find Eternity's cosmic jailer, Galactus enlisted the help of the Anti-Man to recruit the Ultimates, which is his first herald as the Lifebringer, the Herald of Life, and transforms them into his Herald of Life. Now, once the Anti-Man assembled the Ultimates and Galactus asked for their help, the Lifebringer was summoned to the Superflow to be put on trial at the request of Lord Chaos and Master Order, two cosmic entities that saw Galactus' new status as a perversion of the cosmic hierarchy, or disturbance of it. The Living Tribunal ruled in Galactus' favor, allowing him to remain as his new self, alleging that the cosmic hierarchy in this new reality was still being formed. Thus, it wasn't set. Lord Chaos and Master Order took this council to heart and assaulted the Living Tribunal, killing him. Chaos and Order subsequently tried to change Galactus back. However, the same principle that made it possible for them to murder the Tribunal, that there wasn't a hierarchy yet, meant they couldn't impose their will on Galactus, as he was on the same level as Order and Chaos. Order and Chaos left the Superflow, leaving a weakened Galactus trapped behind, and merged into a new, more powerful being named Logos. They eventually returned and reverted Galactus back to his old form, bringing him his hunger back. Fortunately, the reversion was short-lived, and the Anti-Man sacrificed his power and life to change Galactus back into the Lifebringer. But Galactus was nowhere near as powerful as before, to the point that he was even smaller than the size of a moon. Like, he was literally the size of a normal human being. Hearing the brief up on what was going on, how about we move on to the feats? Now, the first thing we need to know is that this video is kind of mainly cosmology based, because scaling outer beings and above, especially high outer, is difficult because their feats are more of codependent birthrights to their natural existence. Now, the first thing here is that the first actual impressive feats we get from the Lifebringer is being able to breach through from the multiverse to the exospace, which I have already explained in my Marvel Cosmology video, why it is the first layer of the Omniverse, or the first Omniverse of several Omniverse, which exists below the far shore, which houses the 7 iterations of Eternity. But in this issue, we see that Eternity got severely weakened, that he literally got small with almost the entirety of the local multiverse gone, which alone attacks which alone are beyond infinities and scale to low multiversal. But the outer realms and above was there, as my cosmology video proves, consistent in hierarchy, because in Ultimate it follows the same order, and if you watch my videos on the cosmology, it has a consistent deductive logic within about 95% of it. Uh, it is clearly shown that the superflow is a conceptual plane beyond even the transfinite outer layers, the gods, which are high outer, and transcend dream, which is infinite high outer, with other realms, and this is also proven in my video, and I followed the direct lore and consistencies not just from Ultimate but Secret Wars and many others. The superflow is within the infinitely high outer level, which battles are metaphysical and metaphorical, beyond duality, but it is the peak of such reality and known to be such. Now, Galactus went to the level of exospace or neutral zone to save the Ultimates, which in their own right are overpowered as hell, and will get their own video. But before I do that, please, I need you guys to subscribe. I need you guys to subscribe, please. If you like what I'm doing, please do subscribe. Check the playlist. Subscribe. You're not getting this kind of content anywhere on YouTube. You're literally getting a direct, very good scaling. So please do subscribe. As I was saying, but just know they're all scale ranging from the superflow to the level of the exospace. And superflow is literally nothing compared to the exospace, but it is still powerful. Beyond the exospace was just waiting death herself, because Galactus clearly says that they would have died going into that nothingness. And later Thanos confirms it, that the great darkness beyond the outside or exospace is basically death herself. And eternity got so weakened that he fell below her because he was dying. And let me tell you something, some people think that was Oblivion. No, that wasn't Oblivion yet, because you need to go through literal death before you even go to the far shore, which was clearly implied, because the far shore was something even almost incomprehensible by the maker, or was it the forger? But you can see that in the scan, right? Because the exospace is the first layer of the omniverse, and then you actually have the land of couldn't be shouldn't be, which is like transfinite beyond that, because at this so-called inaccessible into high outer verse is actually the realm of the Neville Queen, because the Neville Queen's world is literally like a blank part of comics, and she literally was viewing people like Logos as three-dimensional construct, as you can see, even arguably three-dimensional, but you're just viewing the whole multiverse as 3D. And Logos was just like 2D inside, but the thing is that Logos could talk to her because she let such interactions take place. Now the second thing on the list here is basically the fact that Galactus negated the avatars of Lord Chaos and Master Order, who were constantly nagging on Galactus' new nature affecting the cosmic balance or hierarchy, and more proof of how powerful Galactus was, and as well as superflow being the peak of realities within such tier alongside these realms we know of, is that 1. We seen giant man who had grown so big he transcended all forms of realities to the level of the overspace, which is a meeting point for avatars of higher cosmic beings like abstracts. The second thing is that the underspace is relative to that, and the superflow is just the peak of such, in which not stronger forms of the abstracts go, and these forms of these abstracts are sub-relativistic to their true forms, like the multiversal personification of the living tribunal who got killed by the true forms of order and chaos within the superflow. And then they fused to form Logos, who became not just like a new living tribunal, but still had the dual balance of chaos and order, as well as the in-betweener, who is the living concept of duality, and made them dual by nature. Logos was extremely powerful that the Lifebringer needed an army, but yet things started getting higher and higher in the scaling as the far shore was introduced. Now it may not sound much, because if you check my Franklin Richards video, you will get a brief but very accurate glimpse of how powerful the Devourer Galactus is, and he is more or less equal to the Lifebringer. And why do I say so? One, like I said, the inaccessible tier has realms relative but some higher, and that's the problem of Farshore and the Quarry of Creation. Scaling from the first firmament, who is basically the seventh iteration out together and put together as explained in Ultimate, he was literally above the Farshore to the point he housed the aspirants and the Mad Celestials, and they had a war powerful enough to split such a powerful being and creates the second cosmos. And this further backed up because with logic, Amatsu Mikabashi, who was killing multi-eternity, was on the level because he's just like the opposite of the first firmament. That space that the first firmament took was where Mikabashi used to lie, and then Mikabashi is clearly more powerful than multi-eternity, who scales to the far shore, and multi-eternity and Galactus are relative to that of the Mad Celestials, so which makes a lot of sense. And I was saying, and they had a war powerful enough to split such a powerful being and created the second cosmos, and that's why even by feats the Celestials are crazy and always rank above every being in the hierarchy except arguably Galactus and multi-eternity, because he is the seventh and the eighth cosmos. But other than that, they body slam everyone else and they would get their own video. Trust me, these people are crazy powerful. They will get their own video. But please, if you want to see a video on them, please do subscribe. If you want to see a video on the Ultimate, subscribe, share, please. Everyone that has subscribed now and watches this video, I really appreciate the work you're doing. You're the ones giving me more of the grind to do it. Though I love what I do, but please try and share it to people, your Discord servers, your social medias. Let your friends come see the great content being put out here. Now, though every time they always actually beat, every time Galactus and the Mad Celestials meet, be one-on-one or like a group, they always beat Galactus, which makes perfect sense. But Galen doesn't die because of his nature to feed with infinite potential of hunger for that tier, which they all are in, but some are just higher. If not, they would have killed him a long time ago. And even during the Franklin Richards story and everything for Fantastic Four, they actually killed Galactus. They just fused and like, let's just get rid of this dude once and for all. Then Franklin revived him. Now Logos then recruited what is called the Dead Celestials, basically from the first war, and amped them, but they won't be on the level of the current ones who have advanced through several cosmos and built their race. Now Galactus gathers Infinite Shapers, the Shaper's Ghost. Like I said, it was the Shaper that time, the Psyhawk, and finally Ego, but amped with a full body and called Ego Prime. Now they battle the Dead Celestials and literally just ripping them apart, as well as T'Challa coming with the Tiger God, and just rips Logo apart. And everything, the Maker, I didn't even want to talk about the Maker. The Maker gets his own video, but if you want that, please do subscribe, like, and comment. The Maker was actually helped in setting multi-eternity free. So yes, Lifebringer is basically normal Galactus but a bit stronger. Almost no difference, to be honest, and this Lifebringer is basically a perfect scaling for Galactus, to be honest. And now I know I don't have to really do a Galactus post, because both Devourer of Worlds or Lifebringer are relative or the same in the hierarchy, and only experts in Marvel would know this scaling. Not everybody can do what I do. I actually do a very good work. I know I'm not trying to brag, because if you know how to discriminate other people's work, you should be able to discriminate, and if you know how to appreciate other people's work, you should be able to appreciate yours. I know I do very good power scaling in almost every series I do. So please do subscribe if you found this video informative. I would really appreciate it. Come on, how come I still wonder how I'm still on 169 subscribers? I even think I lost about 5 subscribers. I don't know, my YouTube studio is messing up. But how? So please do subscribe. Like one of my videos just hit 1k plus views. The others are 500, about 5 videos on 500 plus views, and I'm going and like you're watching the video but you're not subscribing. It's not fair. So please do subscribe if you enjoy what I'm putting out here, and see y'all next time. Peace.